Good morning, class. So today's session is a discussion. We are going to discuss how plants make their own food. As we know that the autotrophic organism are the organisms that make their own food. So the plant are the one that make their own food. So by using water, carbon dioxide, uh, in presence of sunlight and the chlorophyll from the plants. So at the end of this lesson, the learners should be able to define photosynthesis, state the importance of the plants or other living organisms, identifying the raw material and the condition. So should be able to write the balanced chemical equation. Explain the step-by-step of the process of photosynthesis to identify the set of photosynthesis where it takes place. So also they should be able to describe the factors that affecting the rate of reaction. So explain the product and their uses. Differentiate photosynthesis from respiration. Appreciate the role of the green plant in sustaining life on the earth. So by starting, we start by defining what is photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the process by which green plants, algae, certain bacteria manufacture their own food from carbon dioxide and water using light energy trapped by chlorophyll, releasing oxygen as a vital byproduct. So now where photosynthesis take place? The photosynthesis take place in chloroplast organelle. This chloroplast contain a green pigment called the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll is there to absorb the sunlight or the sunlight energy. So now, what is the requirement for photosynthesis? We have six requirements or six raw material for photosynthesis to take place. Those are what we call conditions. The first condition is, or the first raw material, it is the sunlight. This sunlight is there to produce the energy that is needed for chemical reaction. The second raw material is chlorophyll, where this is a green pigment that we found in green parts of the plants, such as in leaves, in stem, in young stem, and this chlorophyll is there to absorb the sunlight. Number three, we have a carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is there to absorb the sunlight. Is absorbed by leaves or other parts of the plant, and it is there to react with water in order to produce glucose. And number four, it is water. As I said before, this water and the carbon dioxide are that combine by presence of light energy, and then they produce the glucose and oxygen. And glucose is stored there in the plant, while the oxygen are released into an atmosphere where it can be captured by animals for respiration. Number four, it is suitable temperature, where when the temperature is there, the plant will grow in normal conditions. So the optimum temperature for enzymatic activity is 37 degrees Celsius. And the last condition or the last raw material is what we call mineral nutrients, where the mineral are absorbed from the soil, and they are there dissolved with water. So now let's come up to the equation of photosynthesis, where we can use the words and you can use the symbols. So we see there, here we see that the carbon dioxide react with water to produce glucose and oxygen. And here we have the equation. This is in words. So, but the sunlight must be there and the chlorophyll must be there in leaf. So here we have a balanced chemical equation. When we say chemical equation, we are using a symbol or an element or an atom, where we have where what enter or the entire substance are carbon dioxide. We have 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water in the presence of sunlight from the sun and chlorophyll from the chloroplasts. This chlorophyll is there to absorb sunlight, um, and this is raw material, carbon dioxide and water, and they will be converted into glucose and oxygen. This glucose will be stored in leaf, where it will be converted into starch and stored there in the roots, where this oxygen, 6 molecules of oxygen produced are released into atmosphere, and it will be consumed, or it will be captured by animals for respiration. So then we come up to the mechanism, where we will not talk much here. We have step number 1, where we have water absorption. The water is absorbed from the soil by root hair. And we have gas entry, where carbon dioxide is entering through the stomata of the leaf or young stem, where in young stem the carbon dioxide will enter passing through the plant cell. And we have here sunlight, where there is a sun absorption from the sun. The light will be absorbed by leaf. We have the energy conversion, or where the sunlight will be converted into light energy. We have the oxygen release, where oxygen will be released as we have talked before. So now we have the product of photosynthesis, where we have glucose and the oxygen. Come up to the importance of photosynthesis, where I have about 6 importance. The number 1 is food production. I have said that the oxygen, the food made by plants are glucose and will be stored as starch. Number 2, we have respiration support, where the oxygen are generated and it can be used in aerobic organism. There is a carbon dioxide regulation, where these plants will absorb carbon dioxide and reduce as to reduce the greenhouse effect. We have ecosystem foundation, we have resources provision and atmospheric balance. So now let's stop here by describing the factors that can affect the rate of photosynthesis, where the first one is light intensity. The higher light level increase the rate of photosynthesis saturation point, where another factor become limiting, meaning that the light intensity can affect the rate of photosynthesis. Number 2, it is carbon dioxide concentration, where when it increases at maximum, it can increase the rate of respiration, but when it become saturated, or it become excess, it will not increase the rate, instead it will reduce. So the number 3 is carbon dioxide, it is the temperature. The low temperature, slow reaction, excess higher temperature, the nature enzyme changing the process, meaning that we need the moderate amount of temperature. When you have high and low, the rate of reaction will become slow. So we have water availability. The stress of water can cause the stomata to close, and this will stop the carbon dioxide intake, and this one will stop, or it will slow the process, meaning that the water that will be good for the plants will be at moderate. When the water is high or is low, the rate of reaction will be slow.
So the last one, it is chlorophyll content, the quality of chlorophyll. The good chlorophyll can increase the rate of photosynthesis. So thank you for your attendance. Meet again.